Welcome to the Southern California Bowl, round one of the SCFA playoffs between the host defending SoCal champion Fullerton Hornets and the Mount San Antonio College Mounties. Alongside Brian Tabajay, Chris Sylvester here with you from Chappelle Stadium in Yorba Linda, California on the Mountie Football Radio Network. Well, Brian, the Mounties got into the final playoff spot by the skin of their teeth. Now they take on a Fullerton team that they beat by 24 points all the way back in week 2, 10 weeks ago. But in talking to the Mounting coaching staff and head coach Bob Jastrab, he knows and they all know that it won't be as easy this time around, especially on the road.
Well, this is the playoffs, and you're matching up. Doesn't matter who you match up with. You made it into the playoffs, and, of course, once you lose, you're done. So the Mounties have a mission here at Yorba Linda High School to take care of the Fullerton College Hornets. Last time, Chris, these two met up, you talked about a 24-point win. It was 34-10. They only gave up, Mount Tech, 33 rushing yards to a Fullerton College team. So if they can maintain that and make Verhey throw the ball again most of the game, they have a really good shot because we all know the Mount Sac defense has brought them to where they're at today.
It's really amazing that Fullerton College has been able to find themselves in the postseason once again. This is a freshman-laden squad. You look at the quarterback, like you mentioned, Joey Verhey. He's done very well this year in his first year at the collegiate level. All three of the running backs who get the bulk of the carries for the Hornets, they're all freshmen as well. You talk about the receiving corps. There's only one sophomore that sees a legitimate amount of time out on the field. That's not a freshman, obviously. You look at the offense, you look at the defense for Fullerton College. A lot of young guys, but they're very talented, and to say that they have a shot against Mount Sac in this game at home today is an understatement because Fullerton, they've improved a lot in the last 10 weeks. Obviously, like I mentioned earlier, Brian, Mount Sac a 24-point win, 34-10 back at Hilmer Lodge Stadium all the way back in week 2 at the beginning of September. But it's the end of November. It's getting cold here in Southern California. It's time for some playoff football.
Well, Fullerton College went undefeated in conference. Let's not negate that at all. They're in the Southern Division. They did go undefeated at 6-0. Respectively, their two losses are to Mount Sac and to Riverside, who's, of course, the number 1 seed coming out of the Central Division. They're matching up against Ventura later on this evening. But, they made it this far. They're clicking on all cylinders. They have a 4-game winning streak coming in as well. And let's not forget, they were here last year, and they beat RCC and made it to the state championship game, losing just to Butte College.
Yeah, last year, Fullerton, a perfect 12-0 run through Southern California opponents. This year, like you said, the 2 bumps in the road at Mount Sac, at Riverside. But this Fullerton Hornet team is jacked up at home for round 1 of the SCFA playoffs, as the referees are already having to send the Hornets to their respective sideline and the Mounties to their respective sideline. These two teams are absolutely pumped to get this one underway, and we're absolutely pumped to send it your way right here on Spreaker.com/National Sports. Kickoff next from Chappelle Stadium in Yorba Linda, California on the Mountie Football Radio Network. It's round 1 of the SCFA playoffs, the Southern California Bowl, between the Mounties of Mount San Antonio College and the Hornets of Fullerton College, the defending Southern California champs. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome to Mixmasters, your number 1 choice for studio recording and post-production audio since 1999. Conveniently located in North Long Beach, California, near the 710 and 91 freeways. We are the one-stop shop for mixtapes, original beats, ghostwriting, audio mastering, graphic design, and CD duplication. Our pricing starts as low as $20 an hour, and all new customers get their first hour free.
Featuring a friendly staff of skilled engineers, the most convenient hours available, and welcoming guests of all ages and skill levels.
You can even leave with a DVD video of your session. So text or call for an appointment today at 562-355-2302. That's 562-355-2302. Or hit us up on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Mixmasters Long Beach. Mixing business with pleasure. Welcome to Mixmasters, your number 1 choice for studio recording and post-production audio since 1999. Conveniently located in North Long Beach, California, near the 710 and 91 freeways. We are the one-stop shop for mixtapes, original beats, ghostwriting, audio mastering, graphic design, and CD duplication. Our pricing starts as low as $20 an hour, and all new customers get their first hour free.
Featuring a friendly staff of skilled engineers, the most convenient hours available, and welcoming guests of all ages and skill levels.
You can even leave with a DVD video of your session. So text or call for an appointment today at 562-355-2302. That's 562-355-2302. Or hit us up on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Mixmasters Long Beach. Mixing business with pleasure.
Welcome back to Chappelle Stadium on the campus of Yorba Linda High School, the site for today's Southern California Bowl between the defending champions of Southern California, the Fullerton College Hornets, and, of course, your Mount San Antonio College Mounties. Here in Yorba Linda, Brian, these are the days where we are just so blessed to live in Southern California. 70 degrees exactly, a little bit of a breeze going on right now. It is a picture-perfect day for some playoff football.
Well, you know, it's crazy, our winter, quote-unquote, here in Southern California. I was out in Temecula last night, and it was in the 40s, broadcasting outside of a press box there at Great Oak Stadium in Temecula. Today we're on a rooftop, sunny and 70 degrees. That's the beauty of it.
And
November,
Mounties,
quote-unquote, right?
Exactly.
Look at Buffalo.
They have to postpone that NFL game there?
No, they're just going to play on Monday night.
In Detroit. That's interesting. Luckily for these two teams, they get to play right in their respective backyards. The Mounties won the toss and elected to receive Casey Iman, the kicker for Fullerton College, getting set to boot it away. Aaron Vons and Christopher Solomon back deep to receive for the Mounties. It's round one of the SCFA playoffs, and we are underway. Iman boots it away. It's about 9 yards deep into the end zone, and Vons wisely takes a knee. So Allo and the Mountie offense will start at their own 25-yard line, fresh off of the bye week last week. Before that, the 48-8 shellacking of El Camino College to round out the regular season. The Mounties and the Hornets both finishing 8-2 in the regular season, and it's the Mounties who will start offensively with the football. Justin Allo, you can't say enough about him. He's been fantastic.
Justin Allo was great, and their last matchup in the second week of the season, 19-34, 215 yards, did throw a pick, but also threw a touchdown and rushed for 2 as well.
The Mounties will come out in a 2-wide set. One receiver split out to each side. The lone back is the sophomore transfer from Orange Coast College, Omaris Tolbert. Mounties will move Steven Short in motion from the near side to the far side. Snap is back. Allo to throw. Dump off a screen pass out of the backfield. Tolbert across the 25, across the 30, and he's very close to a Mountie first down as he's pushed on out of bounds right around the 35-yard line. And from what we see as far as the ball spot goes, it looks like the Mounties just moved the chains, and sure enough, the official will give the Mounties that ball spot, a 10-yard pickup, and a fresh set of downs for Mount Sac on the very first play of the game.
Nice to see Tolbert get the first touch here. He did get 18 carries for 88 yards in their last matchup. We want to establish the run game early here, Chris.
Delayed handoff here goes to Omaris Tolbert, and this time Fullerton College is able to stop Omaris for just a pickup of 3. That's the ability that Omaris Tolbert has that a lot of running backs don't have at the junior college level. He doesn't go down on the initial hit. This guy is the definition of a power back as he now trots off of the field here. The Mounties are going to go with an empty set.
Yeah, Austin Steele, the DB sophomore, 6'1", 185 out of Anaheim, did all he could to make sure he got the shoelace tackle on Tolbert.
Steele, the leading tackler for Fullerton College, 2nd and 7. Pass is complete to Steven Short, and the ball came loose, but the referees will rule that it was an incomplete pass to the far side of the field. Short could not hang on to the football, and quickly here for Mount Sac, a 3rd and 7 from their own 38-yard line.
That was Marcus Kirkpatrick, the 5'10 freshman out of Lake Elsinore, putting the hit on Short, making sure that ball came loose and fell down for an incomplete pass.
You're going to hear freshmen a lot when we talk about Fullerton College today. This team completely rebuilt from a year ago when they went 12-1. Their only loss coming to Butte in the California State Championship. 3rd and 7 here for the Mounties, and whistles blow. Penalty marker flies. A false start penalty against the Mounties, and as you can see to the far side of the field, Coach Bob Jastrab in his 10th year with Mount Sac, not too happy about that one.
Well, not too happy. They're going to have to clean that up. They had 10 penalties against Fullerton last time they met up, and some of these ticky-tack, quote-unquote, if you will, penalties like a false start or offsides, they're going to have to clean that up, make sure they're a little bit tighter and a little bit more fluid on offense.
Penalty backs the Mounties up to their own 33-yard line. It'll be a 3rd and 10 for Mount Sac. Just underway here from Chappelle Stadium in Yorba Linda, California. 14:08 left to go opening quarter. Mounties will come out in a 4-wide set, 3-yard line to the far side of the field. The lone back, Brandon Wilson, snap is back. The pressure coming. Allo going to step up and run, and he's taken down right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe got 1 yard. Fullerton College all over that one. Play broke down. Allo couldn't do much with it, and the Mounties will be forced to punt.
That was Tolu Faiki, the 6'6", 250-pound defensive lineman for Fullerton College, who gobbled up Allo as he stepped up into the pocket, felt the pressure, and he was right on his heels.
Christian Fulham on to boot it away from Mount Sac. Fullerton brings the pressure, and they knock down Fulham. That's probably going to be a roughing the punter penalty on Fullerton College, and it will probably give the Mounties a first down.
Yeah, unfortunate for Fullerton College, trying to bring the pressure on Fulham, and there was contact, and it looks like it will be a penalty roughing the kicker, but
it's either roughing the kicker, which would be a 15-yard penalty and a first down for the Mounties, or running into the kicker, which would be a 5-yard penalty and still make it a 4th down situation for Mount Sac. We're still awaiting the official ruling down on the field, and it is roughing the kicker on Fullerton College, and that's a mistake you just can't make against the team that beat you by 24 points earlier in the season. The Mounties get 15 yards. The offense stays out on the field. 1st and 10 for Mount Sac.
Well, that does wonders for Mount Sac, is that they receive a gift from Fullerton College, and a mistake like that may or may not cost them. We'll still see. It's early on in this first quarter here at Chapel Stadium, but Mount Sac already has established some sort of running game with Tolbert. He's only had a couple carries, but it has been effective so far. We'll see if they go back to that.
The penalty will move the ball right up to midfield. A fresh set of downs from Mount Sac. Allo will come under center here. The big fullback for the Mounties. Brandon Wilson lines up in the backfield with him, and now some confusion on the offensive side for Mount Sac. You don't want to take a timeout this early in the half with 13:32 remaining, but the Mounties just took their first charged one of the afternoon.
Coach Jabs was really upset, too. You're burning a timeout, that you might be able to utilize later on in this half, and burn one already. There's only a minute and a half gone in this game so far, so, we'll see what happens when they come out of that timeout. See if they can execute something down the field maybe. Antoine Anderson was their leading receiver, I should say, the last time they matched up. Did have a touchdown and did also have, only 23 yards, but 2 receptions and a touchdown. Mark that with Gilchrist, 6 for 58, and he was the team leader in receiving yards for the Mounties.
And the winner of this game will take on the winner of the Golden State Bowl. I believe that's what it's called, between Ventura and Riverside College later tonight. Misdirection here, handoff to Aaron Vaughns, and Fullerton College all over him. They stack him up at the line of scrimmage for no gain out of the timeout. It'll bring up 2nd and 9.5 for Mount Sac. They inch their way by a hair into Fullerton College territory.
That was Nathan Fleming on the stop, 5'11" sophomore linebacker for the Hornets. Made sure Vaughns had nowhere to go on the outside of the running lane.
2nd and 9.5 here for the Mounties. Ball just inside midfield in Fullerton College territory. 4-wide set. Allo to throw. He's going deep down the far side of the field. Derek Macon can't hang on to the football. Incomplete. In and out of his hands. That's a catch you got to make if you're the sophomore wideout transfer from El Camino.
Yeah, it was a little underthrown, maybe a half yard or so, but that was Kirkpatrick on the coverage at 5'10". Did a great job covering the 6'4" Macon on that ball thrown by Allo.
So here are the Mounties once again. They face a 3rd and 10. 12:54 remaining in the opening quarter, no score. This is the first offensive drive of the afternoon for the Mounties. 4-wide set, the lone back Wilson. Allo to throw, airs it out. This time Macon gets it, and they'll have a Mountie first down inside the Fullerton College 40 to the 38-yard line, a 12-yard pickup to move the chains for Mount Sac.
Fullerton only had 3 down linemen, so they were sinking back in coverage. They're playing a zone coverage with their defense, and Allo just found a nice pocket and floated it over to Macon.
I tell you what, if you give Justin Allo time like that in the pocket, he'll make you pay for it. He did right there. 1st and 10, bubble screen. Simpson can't hang on to the football.